held inside the very world I built. Please help me now, 'cause I can even feel enough to know if I get out, will I allow another friend to try and help and fail on my account? I'm numb to the pain and hollow without. You think you've got my number figured out, a motive born in drought and brevity. And if I'm not the soul of your design, I blatantly decline your remedy. Don't box me in, don't, or I'll leave. I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else than your machine. I wasn't always just a single shade, a palette full of gray in reverie. And I can burn it brighter than the sun. I have a golden gun inside of me. Don't box me in, don't, I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else. And if I fall behind,
Welcome back, everybody. Match night one official, game for the season. We have the Argonauts versus the Samurai. I am Nexus, joined by T Noodle and our observer Aiden. A little bit of a scurried intro here as we did come in late to the server as it popped late, but into the piss round, Citrus K picks up a double. If they get trade, looking up here, it is Citrus K. High, high under heaven here. And Spence with a nice flank and captivate, not ready for it. Chip back, going for the swing back, gets the trade. Now down to the 2v3 as Citrus K is going in for another kill. And they just opts to fall back here. Bomb is going back towards hut though. Chip Bap slowly clearing out hut. And it's looking like they're gonna end A here, T Noodle.
Yeah, they're going outside though. Looks like they're trying to work around a pick, see what they can find. It was interesting for them to get the initial picks on ramp, but they really got stalled out by the Samurai here, and they're just seeing what the Samurai is going to give them. We see Chip, he's very close. One in mini, one in A. And they might be able to slide into secret here if they find enough timing. No one's watching that avenue here.
Yeah, but we have Beanogs here, bottom towards secret, and Chip Bap does pick up the kill. And Icarus, all hearing all this noise. And as they're falling back here, Beanogs has a great timing and great position here. They're not even clear him. Just sitting in the corner and then planting for a Strawless. Clean execute there. Beanogs, the savior of the round, but can J-Pan close it out here? Beanogs does get gushed down to 4 HP. Another gush. J-Pan can really win it. He does. A beautiful 1v2 clutch to close out the piss around after Beanogs' heroics. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a great round there by J-Pan. I mean, I was stuck in a 1v2. It's really tough right there. Beanogs was able to do a great job killing the planner, but there's still 20 seconds left. He's stuck behind the silo. He might have been peeking around it a little bit too much, giving a little bit too much angle, not waiting enough for his teammate. But at the end of the day, J-Pan has to hit those shots, and sure enough, he delivers. And that's a great opening round for the Argonauts, and great opening round for your T side on Nuke.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna win a clutch, especially in a 1v2, isolating the 1v1s is definitely very important here. Chip Bap crossing the sort of utility outside smokes here as Exif's jump spots, trying to catch anyone trying to cross through. And he's just booking it. Oh, there's a flash and also fall back here as J-Pan is making some noise towards ramp. Exif being loud about this. They definitely should be hearing it. Oh, high squeak. Trying to make some noise here. And Citrus K is already down towards the B side. If they opt to just go down towards secret, it's over for them. Oh, Cole spots the head. Picks up the first. That's the opening kill down for the Argonauts. And Beanogs does pick up the trade here, but they are already down on the lower side. But Citrus K is here. I'm not expecting anyone there, but they do outkill it. Oh, and J-Pen, the secondary lurk. No one's prepared for it, and now it's left to rebuke. In ramp with the UMP in a 1v4. Nice hit, just going for the fights, and Chip App does pick up the kill. A solid round by the Argonaut.
Yeah, very solid round, especially because the Samurai decided to go for a force buy there. Having 4 people survive for the Argonauts there, even though it's early game, it is very good for your early round economy. Samurai are going to be having a save here again. And Argonauts, if they keep the numbers up, if they keep 3+ alive, are going to be looking great for the remainder, for at least the next 2 or 3 rounds after that. So it's good for them, and they can really keep the foot on the gas here and make the Samurai struggle here money-wise.
I mean, this is a storied matchup here. Spence has been, and the I guess ATL slash GLD have been a big rivalry going on for the past 4 seasons. But Exif not ready for it. It calls out from behind as Cactivate does pick up Icarus. Just spots one in the ramp. And they're just going for a default here, T Noodle. Spence hiding in the smoke. Here's all this noise. And they're rerouting. That's ace. I completely lost Spence. Trying to go for a cheeky play, does not work out for the better, but is going for the fast flank, and they spot him out. Can he hit the shots? He cannot. Chip Bap and everyone else holding the angle, and J-Pen closes it out to the kill on Citrus K, and you're right, T-Noodle. They kept 5 alive there. Another bonus round off the back of the eco from the Samurai.
Yeah, and I mean, it was just a very smart round for them to do that. Like you said, you brought up the default, and then they just did they stalled a little bit, then did a controlled crunch on A site. able to trade people out if people drop, but realistically, there was no risk for the round to lose because they were playing it the right way. They were able to get the picks and just played smart. They're playing controlled, playing great. And now we have to look at the economy of the Samurai. They had a little bit of utility, but not max. There's only 2 kits here, and they have one up. But if they lose here, they're going to be reset again. They're going to be forced on one more save.
Yeah, the economy battle is here. We do see Roly Coly missing a bit of a nade. We saw it in his GM intro, as he is now the GM of ATL, picking up after Owen. What? Ever since Owen became admin, so see how we can handle this pressure here. The head is spotted, but Icarus misses the shot, goes for the second, misses the second, and Cole, great headshot. Now starts aggressing here, goes for the mini drop and gets a pink. Gets the kill onto Spence there, but Beanox is ready for it. Rebuke gets taken out. Trades going left and right, and they're fast on this T Noodle. Their trades are coming in, and Cole has been such a great, I guess you can say, an aggressive lurk here, making all the noise on the opposite side of the map, getting the kill, getting the double kill, forcing them to go for a rotate or rotate. It's insane.
Yeah, Cole's been pretty great so far this game. And this rotate into site's going to be coming a little bit late. And Beanox might be getting caught out here, or he might be getting Captivate.
Fortunately not. Beanogs too quick and too controlled on the trigger there. Now left to JPen and Exif. A great duo to be around, as Exif does take out Beanogs, and now JPen left alone. Oh, but gets taken out by Citrus K. Bomb is planted for double doors, but the smoke comes out. Citrus K does have a kit. Oh, Citrus K comes off of it. Exif blinds himself, and there's no more time. Surely there's no time. Exif
Oh,
blinds
he's
his
missing.
fan.
He might get it.
There is no time left over. Citrus K, a little bit ambitious, a little bit nervous there, as he heard the flash coming in and the footsteps from Exif. Exif played it well to the T. It was a great round once again by the Argonauts. 4-0 now, T Noodle.
Yeah, 4-0, and even though they lost 4 people on the gun round, it doesn't really hurt them that much because that was a full bonus round. They came into this round with so many SMGs, and now they're having all of their AKs. They're pulling the op out, and it's against a save from the Samurai. They need this tactical timeout. They need to figure out what's going on because this is pretty much a guaranteed 5th round for the Argonauts, barring anything crazy. And yeah, the Samurai need to change it up. This is a very rough start, especially to your T side of Nuke.
And it's interesting to see. It's interesting to see that throughout the preseason and even combines, we rarely saw any tactical timeouts being used, especially within the preseason. The config may be a little bit different, but it's definitely a tool that more players should start getting used. Spence is a veteran player. He's been here since I think season 1, and OS has been around since season 2. So like they
Mhm.
know how these things are working, and they have a lot of veterancy here. But yeah, you're right. This should be a free round, but it's 5.7s and D and one deagle. 5.7s are very, very powerful. They're they're just like up close and in your face, and they're just playing like, I guess, a double ramp setup here. Jeez, going up here. Exit picks up the first. Phoenix cannot get the trade. And Captivate picks up to Icarus. They're
Wow.
going for a lobby crunch, and it does not work out well. Only 1 kill from Rebuke onto Captivate, but that's water under the bridge when you have $8,000 after that bonus round. 5-0 now for the Argonaut.
Yeah, just I mean, it's still just another great round with them. I know it's pistols. I know it should be easy, but it's always tough to make those easy rounds exactly easy. They played it safe, they played it tradable, and they let the push come to them, knowing that it was going to be a save round. So they played it right, and that's what you love to see, especially in the early part of the season.
Yeah, there is usually a lot of disorganization and some chaoticness when it comes to these like eco rounds or anti-eco rounds, and they played it to a T as well. Former champions of season 10, Exit, Roly Poly, and Redondo. Unfortunately, Redondo is subbed out, but Beanox with a double kill onto the A side. Chip App is running out, a triple kill even, and Chip App Barrel sticking out. Spence with a double kill of his own. And that's the first one from the Samurai. A solid hold and a great play there by Beanox. A solid defender there. Solid A-side anchor.
Yeah, definitely a big anchor. Definitely big to keep 4 alive. That economy down 5-1 on your CT side, it's going to be a big story for the rest of this half. So if they can keep 3+ alive here to figure out this round, that's great. But it's really going to be interesting to see what the Argonauts pull out. This is now their first real set of consistent gun rounds here. So it's seeing really if they can keep their foot on the gas and keep making it uncomfortable for the storied OS team.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's a double op setup here. Icarus and Rebuke. Both on the ops here. Icarus outside and Spence watching for the cross here. Bit of a Miss smoke here. Spence cross spots 1, spots 3 actually. He spots another coming up here, but J-Pan, good headshot onto Spence there. And they're all making their way down. Citrus K, once again, a very, very fast rotate. They should be expecting Citrus to be here. And they're making a lot of noise now. There is another player here. And I believe Rebuke or Icarus. Oh, and just a little shutdown. Wait, Citrus K, double kill. Now left the chip tap in a 1v3. Once ahead, gets the first kill. Is he expecting Icarus on the up again? Oh, beautiful headshot again. 1v1 now. B-Nogs, the A-side anchor, now has to do his best in this 1v1 retake. And oh, the fake plan does bait out B-Nogs, but Chip Bap cannot control the spray well enough. And B-Nogs just too fast and too good on that AK-47. Picks up the second round for the Samurai.
Yeah, that was a good clutch out there. That was very close for Chip. Definitely making that very scary for the Samurai, but he's also making that economy very scary. Um, but still, I mean, it's important to get the round. Samurai need all the rounds they can get. They had a good round. It was just they lost two people in untradeable situations there. If they can clean that up, they definitely have a really good shot of having a decent CT side to come back this half.
And they're just going fast out here outside here. Bit of a gap in the outside smoke, and Icarus is abusing it. Smoke did come a bit late, I believe. The miscommunication on the Argonaut part. Molly does come a bit late as well, and just forces them to not push any further now.
Some good angle trading between Icarus and Spence there, forcing the
Icarus,
Argonauts to peek them one at a time.
and once again, just spotting for this cross here. Cannot find much in Icarus. Once again, also spotting with them. A nice, oh, this is such a ratty angle, Icarus. If you get a kill from me, I'll eat my shoe. This is the shot. J-Pan now ready for Spence by Baby Blue. And J-Pan getting into mini here. B-Nox gets the first. Last reload. It's the A1S now. Holy Coley gets the trade. Now it's down to the 1v4 actually, but Spence too fast on the flank. Holy Coley cannot do anything about it as he is surrounded by all sides, bringing a third round and a start to a wonderful comeback on the Samurai's side.
Yeah, right now we're starting to see the Samurai get a little bit comfortable. Icarus, Spence, Rebuke, and B-Nogs, they've been playing together for, hell, pretty much as long, probably the last 4 or 5 seasons. They know each other. They know how each other peak. They're great friends, and they're going to keep peeking off each other the right way. And I know it started out rough, but we're starting to see that. We saw that outside control that the Argonauts wanted to take, but the baiting and switching done by Icarus and Spence was just great. And then even B-Nogs coming in late on the A site really helped them shut that down.
And they are in eco now. We did talk about the economy here from the Samurai. They have to keep that under control, and they have been doing a good job so far. And the bonus round did help out the Argonauts have a couple more gun rounds to work with, but now they're relegated to Tech 9s. One smoke and no flashes. It's looking like they're grouping up here to go for a rampant rebuke. Or what Deep Nade could do some good damage, and it does. 79, 73, and 79 again on exit. Smoke comes out, no flash coming in. Citrus K could have a lowdown. Gets overrun, does not get one, but rebuke onto the trade there, playing around the smoke. Let's pull out the USP, gets the first. Can you pick up the second? Cannot. Chip after the trade. Icarus once again through the wall and chip app. It's another double kill. The Opper for the Argonauts now. Left into a 1v2 clutch. Does not have the bomb, but does have 50 seconds left to work with. No armor. Op in Tech 9. This is definitely doable. We're just waiting. He uses utility now. Picks up the bomb. Going for a drop. No. Opts to go towards heaven. And they're going to hear this. There's a player close on A side. Close by Vents. Oh, Chipette might not be ready for it. Oh, they're on the lower side. Verticality of Nuke. This is a wonderful bomb plant team noodle. On an eco, that's all you can really ask for.
Struggle now is not knowing where these two are coming from. But Chip being able to sneak into lobby here without being found, that eliminates that position where the CTs can come from, as well as
Oh my
hides
God.
himself. And what a great pick.
Oh, Chip Bap again and again has been making these rounds so close, but cannot get it over the line. He's now 11-6. T-Noodle, 128 ADR, multi-kills after multi-kills. I believe this is like their third triple kill in this game. And it does make the fourth round for the Samurai. But, hey, I mean, an insane play, T-Noodle.
Yeah, I mean, Chip's playing great. He's definitely the standout so far for the Argonauts. They're going to be going into Bios, a really good save round. They shouldn't have got as much as they did. But Samurai were playing very close up against those pistols, and they got punished for it. Thankfully, the round was saved. But Now we're looking at 5-4, and once again, we're looking at the economy getting a little bit low for the Samurai.
Is, but if they can make it work here, they just need to win rounds. Remember, it's first to hit 16, and if it goes to OT, first to hit 4 rounds in a row. But another molly once again. These outside smokes have just been missing consistently, and Spence and Icarus have just been abusing it. Nade goes out a little too high, and now J-Pan with the bomb trying to work their way into towards inner here, and Spence once again just watching with those smokes not being deployed. Spence has free info and free reign over the outside here. And Rebuke boosted up on the ramp. This is the first time I believe they've had it this entire half, so it definitely is a one and done position. You can really only use it once. Chip up onto the garage player. That is Icarus. It's an up versus an AK, and Chip up just won it. And Captivate. Went for some flashes here. Cole. Ooh, not
Oh,
readjust enough, but that's Chich's cake. Fully. Chip up onto Lurk. Cannot control the spray. Captivate onto B-Nogs again. That's the inside defender down with Spence. Close by Mini. Bomb plant down. And now it's a 2v3 on the retake. J-Pan. Is he going to clear left? Close right does not rebuke. Great kill. Now Captivate. Low HP. In a dream. Gonna go for the hard clear. Gets the first. Cannot transfer onto the second. Citrus K had the read. It was almost a wall bang, but unfortunately cannot land it. But they do win the round now. It's now tied 5-5.
yeah. I mean, in the beginning of this game, I was really talking about how the Argonauts were playing really controlled, really smart. But lately, in these last few rounds, we've been seeing the Argonauts peak in ways that they're not able to trade each other out. So they're relying on those aim duels being won, and they're either losing them or the CTs are immediately trading. Either way, it ends up being ineffective peaks and ineffective takes because they're losing their players right away without being able to trade out your teammates, and you're not getting any map control from that. While the Samurai, on the other hand, are always trying to trade off each other and playing the game right, and they've been proving that in the last 5 rounds, and that's why they've been stringing together in these rounds that really matter.
Yeah, the veterancy once again, the mental game that these players have over on the Samurai side. They've been playing the CSC for quite a while now, and they have played together for so long, as you mentioned, Dino. So they definitely should have strong mental here as Exif. Taking a lot of damage here. Down to 21 HP. And they're going for a hit here with no control on the any side of the map here. Could be a free read. Icarus is falling onto the side here. Ooh, bit of a missed mini smoke here, and Icarus is caught in no man's land. Flash has come out, does not blind him. And they don't go off of it. They have enough time to work with, but the utility has to come in now. Double flash has come out. Chipap is out with the bomb. And they're running out on site here. Icarus with the first. Chipap cannot pick up second. He's to get double peaked. Icarus with a double kill. Call into Rebuke. Citrus counts him in mini. Dropping the bomb. Now J-Pen and roll. Roly Coly. Just as I say that, Spence takes out J-Pen, and now it's left up to Cole. Former OS player last season. Now signed to the ATL. To win out season 10. And now has to clutch up. Can he do it again? Can he come up big and give this Argonauts a 6th round? Or will Samurai break the lead that the Argonauts have had in this 3v1? Oh, Molly comes in so late, and Cole touches it, and now they know where he is. 25 seconds left. And they have
Yeah,
the info.
it's a lot of information, and the bomb's down, and not a good spot for Cole here. Probably should be going out here to look him to die, and sure enough, he does that. Fortunately, he's able to take out one with him, but now that's finally the advantage going the way of the Samurai, and finally they're able to have a little bit of a sigh of relief because they've been playing and they've been dominating these last few rounds. So starting out 5-0, being down, it looked like a really tough nuke CT side, but honestly, it looks like they're potentially making it to even be considered strong.
I mean, just a solid showing here from the Samurai. Solid mental, a great comeback coming to fruition now. But the Argonauts have been getting the bomb plant down, so they are able to justify a couple of more buys than usual. Oh, even a lot of utility damage.
A lot of damage.
Oh, yeah, Chip Bap also even some as well here. They're going for another outside push here. Oh, going for the tap, misses the kill onto Icarus, and exit onto B-Nogs here. That is towards inner. Inner's free. Oh, but Citrus K is towards double here. Are they going to clear him out together? They spot him out. Toss to the molly here. But with the bomb, running into vents here. Hold on to Rebuke. And this could be a fake. They could definitely fake it out, but they don't. J-Pan does not get the kill into Citrus K, so there is one defender left here on the B site. Citrus K just has to stay alive here. Exit holding for the peak, gets the headshot, and there's a ramp player left in Icarus, a 1v4. Icarus can't do it, but the money's not looking too good for the Samurai. Yes, they've been on a hot streak, but they've been losing a lot of guns here. And it doesn't go well as Icarus picks up the first, but cannot close out on the second. That's Ship up closing it out. And the Argonauts tie it back up 6-6.
Yeah, I was just talking about how the Samurai have just been playing absolutely dominant CT side, but there you go, the Argonauts showing they took a lot of outside control, took a little bit of damage really early, but they were able to make do, able to push the Samurai back and further back until they just bum rushed the through secret and just took that side control and didn't let it go. And now, because of all these back and forth rounds, because such the rough start, it's already a save round. Um, After winning 5 in a row in the previous rounds.
Indeed, they have now. And ramp is completely free. They're just pushing. It's a reverse push on both fronts. Oh, and Chip App trying to hold for any sort of re-aggression from the heaven side, but it's not looking likely. Holding for ramp here. Oh, he spots the first. Jessica now is opting to fall back here, not expecting more than a 2. Picks up sees 3 actually, and J-Pan's here to close it out. Spence is very low HP, and J-Pan picks it up. Now it's left to B-Nogs. Just the USPS, and he's already on site. Picks up the kill into Cole, but gets quickly shut down. That retake was not bound to happen there. 7 now for the Argonauts, picking up a second round in a row off the back of Samurai's Eco.
Yeah, that was a good round. Very fortunate that the Argonauts were able to push one side where the Samurai were not going, and then it just became a game of cat and mouse, and the mouse was just too fast that round. But now it's the 7th round on the board for the Argonauts. Definitely a great T side half from them. It'll be interesting to see how everything's work when the side switch here. But this is looking into being one of the last full gun rounds. But Icarus is not going to be using an optic round.
Oh, Citrus King. Good headshot with the Duke chiming in with his own, and the trades coming through left and right. The CTs, the Samurais, do win out in the trade battle here now. Exif, who I believe has taken up in-game leading range for the Argonauts ever since Owen's departure to the elite team of the Hydra. Now left to clutch up 1v3. Angles, gets the first out to Spence. Opts to walk back here. Will Icarus be ready for Exif's walk back? He is, and he's not swinging. He's just waiting. Beanox has his flank covered, I believe, making sure that Exif cannot leave towards the lobby. Decoy does a good Exif, a great headshot, and knows further exactly how to play this, but all Beanox is reading it. Slowly making her way down towards fence. Smoke down on site here. Exif is
Always
going to
gonna
get the
time
pop
that
back
molly.
down. Oh, but Beanox waits for it. When Exif comes up beautifully, a 1v3, I believe, in the 4K in the round to bring Argonauts secure the win in the half here. 8-6 now, heading into the final round of the half, and the Samurai now have to force buy.
Yeah, 1v3. What a great turnaround in that round. What a great clutch. But as you said, the new IGL of the Argonauts going into season 10's off season, into the season 10 combine season. Xift was one of my favorite players in the Challenger draft, and he definitely proved it, winning the championship with the Argonauts and now taking up the leadership role this season. It's very exciting to see what he's doing. He's 15-8 on his first game and just had a 1v3. And now they're facing a save round of the last round of this half against the Samurai.
Exactly, but look at this aggression here from Icarus and Spence. Just completely pushed into outside, and Rebuke went off of some sound cues there. Does not get rewarded as Cole spots out the body of, I believe, Citrus. Exit takes out Beanogs, and Icarus is going to push past the smoke, catching them with utility out, but Exit is too quick on the turnaround as Citrus K does pick up J-Pan, but Spence, they're not expecting another flank here. Oh, he spots Chip Bap. Here's Exit, picks up the kill, and they're not ready for it. Spence is looking impossible, but he picks up a second, has to reload, but gets swung by Captivate. That's 9-6 now for the Argonauts off of Samurai's comeback, and a great return here from the Argonauts. Beautiful half, Team Eagle.
Yeah, it's a beautiful half here, and during this little break, I just want to highlight a couple of other games we have in CSC Challenger right now. Cal has an 8-4 lead against YC. AP and H4K have a 6-6 game. UPS has a 9-0 lead over ATO. The Diviners are up 8-3 against Krypton Kings. The Decoys have an 8-7 lead over the Leopards. 10-3 is the lead BS has over the Masters. AVI is 4-0 over the Hitmen, and yeah, that about rounds up all the other games. But damn, this
Some great
is
showing.
it's definitely some great showings across the board for Challenger, which Challenger has consistently been the bread and butter of CSC, consistently having the most teams. Although this season, that nod was given over to Contender, which now has 18 teams. But here we are going into the first round of the second half. Let's see what the Samurai can bring.
Oh, exit with a return kill off of Rebuke's entry, picks up a second, and now ready for B-Nog and Icarus to crunch them. As Roly Coly does pick up B-Nog. Rebuke has to reload here. A good gush to Rebuke now. Now left to Chip App, who has been shown to be an
Oh,
absolute monster of a player, picks up a headshot onto Rebuke. Now left into 1v1. No kit, and Icarus knows where Chip App is. To pick up the bomb, but has a minute and 15 seconds to work with, and Chip App does make some noise here. And Icarus waiting for some sound cues, and they are planting. And Chip App is reaggressing from heaven, slowly pushing up here. Is Icarus ready for it? Elsewhere, falls into hut. Now, a battle of minds makes a step,
oh.
and it's not planted for him. But
Yeah,
Chip App
that's
doesn't
going to
know.
force Icarus to rush.
Oh my god, Chip App. You can't. I mean, just a phenomenal player overall. We've seen in the first half he's just been so great, and to win out that clutch, that bar, you may not think it's such an insane clutch, but in the moment it's high pressure. It's a 1v1. You want to make a good impression on the team that you're just signed to, right? This is especially if it's your first season in CSC. So you can already tell that the blood is flowing on the Argonaut side. Some great clutches to be seen.
Yeah, and that was just such a great round. Um, like you said, by Chip, it was just a great round of clutch with all the pressure on him, um, forcing Icarus out like that. And it's actually pretty funny that quite a few members of the Argonauts right now are on LAN for IEM Dallas and playing from the LAN center together. It's just really fun. And Citrus K flying in and killing Roly Coly.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a fast ramp rush, right? At some point, you have to just bring out like a very quote unquote desperate strategy that is the ramp rush exit. Now on the defense, now picks up a double to save some sort of, give them some sort of inkling of a round here. And they're going for the retake. Icarus does here single open. Oh, and that's Chip App taking some damage here. Onto B-Nogs. Exif now running through. Spots the ramp player. Knows that there's one. Picks him up. And Exif's going nuclear right now. Triple kill. If he picks up the last two, it'll be an ace, but Chip App
Oh,
does it in the very end here. And a beautiful retake from the Argonauts. Once again, very good at closing out these early rounds.
yeah, very good at closing it out. And look at that. It's 4 people alive. And now they're going to have an 11th round on the board. It was a little bit of a buy there, and the Samurai did get the bomb down, but they still can't buy AKs. They're going to have to save one more. And this very likely is a 12th round on the board for the Argonauts. But hey, weirder things have happened with pistols, weirder things have happened in CS, and weirder things have happened with teams that have more experience. So the Samurai can definitely make it happen here. But it'll be
Yeah,
interesting to
especially
see where they decide to make that push happen.
with the Deagles here, right? And I know we talk about the difference between recruit, prospect, contender, challenger, elite, and premier, and a lot of it isn't just the aim; it's about the game sense and the mechanics that do play a part in it. You can't be smart without hitting some nice shots here, and just going for another outside push and chip that hears it. That drops the bomb, in his clutches, and does not over aggress here. Beanox has to recover for it as JPen watches it, but takes the head clean off as Rebuke picks up goes on to exit there. Wonderful headshot, and the nade goes deep and absolutely destroys Citrus K and forces him out with that molly, forces him back at me. And J-Pen's just watching for it. Roly Coly in defense, holding for any sort of aggression towards the B site here. The bomb is shot down once again, but Roly Coly just wants to make sure they have no place to go. Rebuke just poking and prodding here, trying to see what he can find. Is Cole ready for it? He is. The clean headshot. And now repositions. Citrus K might not be ready for anything that Cole does. He's picking up the gun and does get the kill. A nice spam there. And Cole getting a little bit too ambitious for that M4A1S. The inferior gun to the M4A4 in Japan. Once again, holding for this. Citrus K did go aggressive here, and Japan, beautiful off angle, and does get rewarded with an M4A1S back. And you're right, Tino, that's a 12th round for the Argonauts.
Yeah, 12 are on the board, 3 people live, and I just want to highlight JPan a little bit. I know he's not the star right now. You got Xift at 24, you got Chip App at 19, but throughout this game, I've been seeing JPan put himself in positions to make very crucial and very impactful kills, and being a big reason why the Argonauts are in this 12-6 lead. It's a team game, it's a 5v5. We can talk about the star players all you want, but at the end of the day, you have to rely on everyone around you, and JPan is being a player that they can rely on.
Yeah, I know we meant, like I said, I mentioned before, the game sense is kind of what separates the tiers, and we seen it here. I know for a fact that as a contender player, I wouldn't have even thought about pushing into that, kind of off angle there. So props to these challenger players for putting the amount of effort into the game and just putting in the hours there. And they are trapped, or at least gathering here in inner, going for an upper hit here. I believe this was one of the Samurai's best maps in the prior seasons. So it's interesting to see that they're getting absolutely demolished on as Cole picks up a double kill on the ramp as Exif picks up Spence towards inner. And Cole is just getting aggressive here. This is what you want to see in your ramp player. Although in a man advantage, you don't want to get over aggressive, but Citrus K gets caught on a timing, and now Icarus in a 1v5 clutch with a minute left on the clock here, but Chip that jump spotting outside, holding for any sort of crosses, and Icarus can find a timing here. Could slip the net, but I believe that is Captivate. Watching the cross, but Icarus capitalizes on the missed spray of Captivate, and Chip Bap is just holding for the mini push. J-Pan once again also watching as a flash comes into mini, and Cold watching for the outside push. He's tossing the flash. No, he's not. Making a lot of footsteps here, though. Icarus definitely heard something. Oh, and he might slip the net again. Going behind Cole after Cole just cleared this out. Cole's gonna get caught off guard here, and oh,
Oh,
Icarus,
yes.
this is knifeable. Don't do it.
Yes, it is.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
it's Icarus, the disrespect onto the general manager of Atlantis in Chip Bap. Going for a jiggle. Icarus is playing this so well. That man can single step, but does run out of time here, and J-Pan might catch him off guard and does kill him after time. That knife means
Oh.
nothing if you can't save it into the next round here. Icarus, 2250 into this next round. This could be a 14th round for the Argonaut.
Yeah, it definitely could. Samurai should be saving, and I think the biggest part, like big picture mode here, uh, this is a scary game for the Samurai. I know you're missing one of your players. Citrus K is subbing in for LaFridge, but the core four of this team has been playing together for seasons. They don't need the beginning of the season to warm up. They don't need the beginning of the season to feel each other out. This is how they're going to play. If they're playing like this is probably how they're going to be playing 6 weeks from now. Um, so hopefully it's just an off night for them, but if this is definitely a bad testament for how the season could possibly go for them.
Cole with a great pick down to Icarus through the smoke. And as you said, Noodle, this is an eco round, and Cole should be prepared for it. Playing a bit of an off angle, dodges the first flash, eats the second off the timing. Oh, and that nade does not go well here. Cole is now falling back here, and Spence might have heard something, but opts to fall back. And it's looking like an A-side exec and a beautiful smoke to block off exit there, but he's going through the spam through the smoke. Picks up the first. And he hears him dropping down. Last one should have dropped. They definitely shouldn't know it. Citrus K with the bomb here. Drops the smoke at his feet. And the bomb plant down. Once again, we mentioned this in the last half. It's all they can really ask for. Spam does connect, but the bomb is planted. And it is a 14th round for the Argonaut.
14th round indeed, and it's been absolutely dominant showing from them. And now we're looking at yeah, they're going to be buying, but this is going to be really tough for the Samurai. They can definitely have it in them to put on a good showing, put on a good T side. But at the end of the day, you're really asking the Argonauts to not make any mistakes. Like there's so much can happen in CS. You're asking for a perfect game to come back here.
Exactly. I mean, eggs of 28 and 11. I think if you're just gonna keep doing it, in some game like that, it doesn't matter if you make a mistake or not. As J-Pan picks up Rebuke and looking like a fast A-play here, does not bode well here. Except picks up onto Citrus K and spamming through the smoke here. Very low mage and blessing from the ramp picks up a double. Cannot transfer onto Spence here. Spence does pick up Cole. Great trade. Now left into the 1v4, and it's looking like a 15th for the Argonauts. But Spence is a smart player. Spence is a tenured player. Spence knows Spence can be under control. He's the copy pasta, but cannot close it out as J-Pain picks up the final kill, bringing them the Argonauts some match point and almost a win in the first match there, as they do take a tactical timeout.
Yeah, it's 15-6. This has been a very great game from the Argonauts. I really liked how Xift called this game. It seems like all his boys are playing together well. Chip Bap was shining really early on. I know he's not, quote, shining right now, but there's only so many kills to go around. All of a sudden, Xift and Roly Cooley and J-Pan just started holding W, just tearing it up, and they're just shutting them down.
Shutting them down indeed. Like I mentioned before, I believe this was one of the Samurai's best maps from the earlier seasons, and so to see them just get absolutely demolished here is is a sight to behold. I'm pretty sure we saw them, I believe, last season again on this very map early on in the season, and it was once again a rivalry game. And I believe it went well for the Argonauts last season, so definitely a strong map for them. And looking like a default now here, maybe a lot towards inner, going for a late or fast A pop late. Cole, enough of a timing here. Rebuke might spot the shoulder and does not own. Cole sneaking into the smoke here. Rebuke might not be ready for it. Smoke should be starting to fade soon enough. Oh, and Cole once again aggressing here. Rebuke. Cole here's a scope now. Doesn't see much as Exif picks up Citrus K and Chip up onto Icarus. Now Cole should hear all these steps being made here and should aggress. Doesn't. Holding his tongue, biding his time, and Cole in a very good off angle, but Rebuke checks it. Cole in an angle, in one of the angles of all time, but Rebuke is ready for it, and now that's a B-side loss, and it doesn't look like they're rotating down anytime soon, but it is a 4v4. Steps being made now. Exif picks up Spence. That is a 30 bomb now for Exif in this game. If they can close it out here, it would be absolutely insane as Rebuke misses the shot, an important shot indeed, and now they know where the last player is in B-Nogs.
Oh, that nade.
Oh, does some significant damage, but J-Pan closes it out. That is 16-6 for the Argonauts on the first match, official match day of the season.
Yeah, first official match day of the season indeed. Big win for the Argonauts. Big win for Exip. Big win for Japan, Roly Coy, Chip App, and Captain. Really great to them. And the Samurai definitely are going to have a lot to think about going into next week's game and see how they're going to turn this season around. It was just dominant all around from the Argonauts. Just playing the map control, playing the timings right, really shutting them down. They had a 5-0 lead. It came back to 5-5, and we thought the Samurai were really going to be swinging. And then suddenly, the Argonauts just turned it back on and just never let up. And it was just a great game, great win, and great showing all around. They're going to be a team to beat as the returning champions.
Definitely have been, and especially with losing a couple of players here. Most notably, I believe Owen is the only one, or most notably Owen and Virus. Virus was a big opponent in their winning for last season in season 10, but Owen, the in-game leader and opper for the Argonauts last season, being absent now as he is in the lead once again, is such a big factor. And just to see them doing so well in the early season does bring some good hopes for any ATL fans out there. Other than that, I have been Nexus, joined by T-Noodle with our observer Aiden, and as always, we have to do the CSC socials. Follow us on TikTok and Twitter at CS Confederation for any caster highlights, any player submitted highlights that you can submit on your own in the People to Know section of the Media Committee. And I believe we have it in the community announcements, for any stream updates. You can find the form there. Go to the website as well, csconfederation.com, to check out any future matches, any players who are signed, find any player that you think is in the league, and I'm going to read the articles as well. We have the articles of the draft grade that is brought to you by Legend. I believe we have some GM interviews as well by Nitro On, so please check those out, and we'll see you guys in the next match day. Take care.
What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake it through the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To play, hate is base, the world's mistakes. Wake it through the back of the pack, kill it anyway. And we